What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at centre mid Alexander-Arnold Trent. He looks really nice. Obviously, we wouldn't really go for this version personally in my team, mainly because we have the untradeable team of the year. So realistically, there's no point in this card for me, just because of the untradeable. If Trent was untradeable, if he was tradable as team of the year, it could put things into perspective. You don't know. Personally, we bought him at 260. I think at this moment in time, he has dropped a little bit. I want to say it's about 240. Yeah, 240, 250. You could probably get away. In fact, yeah, you could probably still get away with selling it for 260-ish. So that's not too bad, losing a little bit of a profit on that, just mainly tax. Looking at him though, obviously this was a card that a lot of people thought would happen. He's a 3-star skiller, 4-star weak foot. So again, for more of a CDM player, that's predominantly what he's going to be. It's not terrible. On the CDMs, the 4-star skills is always a bonus, but it's never really needed personally in my team anyway. If you were going for maybe a centre mid role with what the card actually is, then I would prefer the 4-star, just because he's going to be going up and down, and in them attacking roles it can always make that benefit. The 4-star weak foot's lovely, high work rates. I'm hoping good stamina, 92, that's perfect for the high work rates. Decent pace. Personally, if I was going for I'd probably go more of a defensive if anything. You could go with CDM, but I would personally go with a shadow on this card. I just feel like that will increase the pace to 96, which would be fantastic. He's already got a very nice passing stat. Everything's pretty much either at the 90s or at a very high 80. That's perfect. Composure's 82. Again, you could want that going a bit higher, but it all depends on what you want for the chemistry, really. Do you mind only him having 84 pace? Then that is where you could decide, do you go with a Guardian, you get the dribbling and defending up, or you go with something else. That's always a kind of personal choice of how you play your team. Personally, I would still go with the Shadow. The 82 I can deal with. He's not going to be in them crucial goal opportunities, but it could come at the defensive side of it. That is always the option that you've got to play with. Good reactions and ball control. Agility balance both being 81. Perfect. And then we've got a decent defensive stats, obviously. Strength-wise needs a little bit of work, but again, I think I can get away with that. Good aggression. It's not a bad card. Is he worth 260? That's what we're going to find out. We also have quite a few of the others just chilling here that we'll be doing reviews on. So every day we're going to have at least 1 or 2 of them. So stay tuned for that. We're going to try and get them all. I think realistically the only one that I won't do is probably CR7. Unless I get him in a draft, I just don't particularly want to pay 2.1 million to tell you that he's a 10. Like that is just what Ronaldo is going to be. It would be interesting to play with him because of his left foot. Obviously, they changed it for Shapeshifter. That could be pretty nice to use. But again, 2.1 mil, we can say he's going to be a very good player. So going into this first match, he's got the lone Conte on the left mid for some reason. Ben Yedder, Atal, the future star striker that I cannot remember the name of, but a very dangerous up front three there. Daniel James on that wing, providing a lot of pace. Let's see what we can do. Trent on the ball for the first time, playing a little bit of a slower game. Trent's out. The lag on this game is unreal already. Trent into Mbappe. Oh, doesn't manage to get around Tyranny there. Walker's not going to get it. Trent's tracking back nicely. Trent again intercepting. Into Hullet. Oh, nearly. Oh, Mbappe comes out of nowhere. It was always coming. We've been on the attack so much. Trent, Van Dijk and Cannavaro are keeping that ball in their half. Mbappe finds that split second to be able to get that shot. And we're 1-0 up in the first game. Into Trent. He's going to find Zidane. He's going to find Mbappe. He's going to twist and turn. He's going to hit it. Oh, no rebound. Trent nearly getting that interception there. He's going to find that simple pass. He's going to duck and weave. Walker out. Trent keeps that ball and knocks it out of this as well. Very nice work from him. We're going back to him. Does get passed on. Trent to Messi. to Neymar. He's going to feed James through. We've left that space completely open. Van Dijk. Oh no. Oh! Good. Out. Trent's out. Gave it back to him. He's on the real attack now. Trent again trying to take the ball off him. Van Dijk. Walker with a fantastic challenge. Really, really under the cosh right now. We need to be able to get this ball out. We need a second goal to make ourselves feel a little bit more comfortable. Into Trent's feet. One more to Neymar. Trent's watching it. That's a solid ball into Daniel James. It's a great save from Alisson though. And we've got to half time. Couple of subs needed. I feel like we had a decent half compared to the last, say, 15 to 20 minutes. Really, really under the pressure. But we've started it really well. Hopefully we come out in the second half well. I'm going to change my Hullet for Kubo. Tends to be the normal sub that I make. Walker as well is not as good as I thought he was going to be. It might be because I'm so used to Trent absolutely smashing that. But we're going to try with Kubo in. Personally, in the next match, what I'm going to try and do maybe is put Hullet off. And then put Conte as a CDM still then. And then whack Trent as a centre mid. See how he does there. Because he's getting involved quite a lot. But I feel like Conte is definitely the better CDM. Just purely the fact that that is what the card is completely designed for. Kubo. Left foot finesse. There we go. 2-0. Perfect sub. Kubo is ridiculous. You put him at cam, he plays well. You put him at striker, he plays well. And I've even found out that even at centre mid, he still manages to get them goals. Into Alexander-Arnold. Out to Neymar. He's going to find Mbappe on that over. Can we go for a first time to Messi? We can. Mbappe! That's a great ball into Ben Yedder. He's going to try and chip the keeper from that position. Don't quite understand the logic behind that one. We're going to go with a big boot. Hopefully his keeper's going to make a mistake of some sort. He's left it very late to try and get it to him. Over the top to Mbappe. Can we get that little chest? We can. Ball across. And it's not quite going far enough. The lag now literally has hit another level. Trent getting a little touch. And again, down to Messi. Neymar feeding in that Messi ball. We see that Kubo. There we go again. 3-0 and the game is secured. The super sub Kubo has managed to win that. And I feel like we may have a little bit of a rage quit in the 66th. Lovely stuff. Oh, he's just brought on Mane and he's managed to score himself. Trent. Oh no, lag has really killed us at the minute. I don't know what's going on, but the delay is unbelievable. It's 3-2 in a matter of a couple of minutes. Oh, Cannavaro. That could be the winner. Cannavaro with the final touch of the ball. What a way to finish it. That was unbelievable lag. I feel like, I want to say it was Atal's review last week was just stupid lag. That game, the second half just hit hard. So going into the next match, I don't know if this is going to be wise, but we're going into the next one. He's got Drogba, Ronaldinho, Mbappe, Neymar, Seedorf, Kondogbia. I want to say it's not, I can't remember the centre-back's name. Courtois, Zambrotta, Cornet, Marcelo. I can't remember that name. It's Douglas. I want to say it's Douglas something. But anyway, nice team. I've not seen Drogba being played in FUT Champs in a long time. And that 89 Ronaldinho. Obviously, foot swap-wise, icon swap-wise, he may have picked them two. Or he's just got them from the baby SBC. But anyway, we're going to be playing Trent this game as a central midfielder rather than a CDM. We've brought back Conte into that DM role and see how he plays. I'm hoping the lag is going to be less than last match because that was just unreal. How we went 3-0 up to then concede 2 in literally a matter of 2 minutes was just unreal. That's a good goal. That's a very, very good goal. Couldn't get the tackle in. Lag's pretty good. To be honest, I don't really feel it too much in this. just a generic good goal that I couldn't really tackle him. Very decent passing around that box. Trent's nowhere to be seen. I don't know if playing him in a central midfield role is working, because in the DM role, I felt like a presence was there with him, whereas now I'm not really seeing him at all. Trent winning that back, giving it back. So that half, not very good for Trent, to be honest. Didn't really get on the ball at all. I don't know if the central midfield role is for him. Personally, people could probably play him in a different role to there. Personally, I'm going to whack him back at CDM. We are going to bring Conte off, just because if we do prefer Trent there, I'd rather actually try him there and really use him in a position where I think he's going to be more beneficial to the team. Even if it does mean taking off Conte off, we're bringing Kubo off. We're only 1-0 down. The guy's very good. Little hint of lag, not as much as last game. I find that it has little moments that sometimes, yeah, you can really feel it, and then it kind of goes a little bit normal. So hopefully we can counteract that. And already we see Trent taking that ball, intercepting. We've opened up the spot. I can't move anybody. That's going to be another goal. Too easy, honestly. It moved the defenders away and I couldn't move them back quick enough. Trent intercepting. Still doing work even if we are down. And that's the game. Unfortunately, we do lose 2-0 in that one. Lag again. Not as bad as the first game. It's never an excuse. He was the better player on the game. That's a given. Just would like a little bit of better responsiveness. It's not necessarily the speed up lag. That's frustrating as hell. This is little minute details. It's the little bit of delay that really matters in that defensive role, especially with how hard they've made defense. It just becomes something a little bit annoying. So going into the overall review for Trent, personally, CDM is where he's at. Centre mid, he just seemed out of depth really. Maybe in something like a 4-3-3, he may be a little bit better. Personally, I played a 4-1-2-1-2 too, so he may be a little bit washed out on that kind of right-sided centre mid, and may do better as a centre mid in in a different formation. But for me, CDM, he played really well. Decent pace, got the ball back, decent interceptions. Obviously, he's relatively tall. Everything about him, passing-wise, was lovely. That was the main attribute for him. Apart from that, nothing special. Nothing really special about him. I think it's a cool card, and I like these shapeshifters for that reason. The fact that they're different, they're different positions. You just got a little bit of versatility with some players. For instance, the Conte centre-back. You could put him as CDM, you could whack him as centre-back, you could put him as a centre-mid if you really wanted to. There's loads of different options. There's a few different things you can do with each card, and that's what I like about it. Especially with someone like maybe like Ribery. You'd want to put him as a striker anyway, even on his right wing. If he had a special card, for instance, you'd want to whack that card as a striker. Now you've got him as a striker already. It then opens up who you put on the wing. It's a nice little promo. Obviously, Foot Birthday normally did it, so it's nice to see what they're going to do for that. But Trent, for me, worth 260, probably not. If he was going for a CDM card, go and get Conte. If you can use an English or a BPL player at the very least, go and get Conte. He's way better in that CDM role, even at a gold card. Trent-wise, though, it's a good card. He's just not fantastic, in my opinion. Overall, I'm giving him a 6.5 out of 10. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Let me know down below what you think. We're going to go into another one straight after this, so hopefully we do get a little bit of a break in the lag. But apart from that, make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.